Hello everyone, this is Kathy with Kathy's Kitchen. Today I'm making Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, sweet corn, and I had some leftover collard greens from the other day. I'm going to reheat so we can use those up. I'm also making yeast rolls. All together, if you piece it out, this is going to be about a $15 meal for a family of 4. I have 1 pound. Hold on, I gotta turn my potatoes down. They've started boiling, so I want to turn it down low. Once your potatoes, cut them up. Once they start boiling, turn them down low because you'll beat your potatoes up and you won't have much left. Same thing with your corn. Corn just needs to steam for a little bit. Turn it down low and let it steam. Okay, so I have my 1 pound of ground beef. I like to use a ground beef with no more than a 10% fat for Salisbury steak and meatloaf. And remember, for each pound of meat, you want 1 egg and a 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs for each pound, or fraction thereof. I'm going to put my egg in there. Now remember, you always wash your hands before you start cooking. Put my 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs in there, and that's just plain breadcrumbs. Then I'm going to put, I do not measure my Worcestershire sauce. My key is I got to smell the bouquet of it while I'm preparing the mixture. So I just put a good amount in there. As you can see, it's spread right there on the top. Then I put some onion powder, a generous portion on top. And again, you have to smell the bouquet of each product when you're preparing it. And a generous portion of garlic powder. Okay, let me wash my hands again real quick. Now that it's stopped boiling, I'm going to go ahead and put my lid on my potatoes so that they can steam cook. Alright, now, after you get everything in there, you want to mix it up. Just need 1 hand for blending. And you just mix it, fold it in. To blend everything together. Keep folding until, and smushing. You smush your meat like this. Fold and smush. Kind of like kneading bread dough. Now, when you smell it, you want to smell it right now. I can smell the Worcestershire. I smell a hint of the onion and a hint of the garlic, so that's about good. I've heated my pan up. I've got it on a medium heat. Now I'm going to make my hamburgers. How I do it is I just make a good ball, put it in my pan. Turn it down a little bit. So I don't want it to burn up. I just want it to start cooking. It's a little light. And try to keep all the patties the same size. Your last one you might have this one's going to be a little bit bigger, so it's going to take a little bit longer. But no worries, we'll get it cooked up. And once I get them all in my pan, remember, wash your hands, people. You don't want to contaminate everything by putting yeast juice on it now. So just wash your hands. Get your hands clean. After a little bit of meat here, I want to go ahead and get that cleaned up. Clean as you go. You got less work for you in the end. Now I'm going to bring this a little bit closer so you can see the meat cooking. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to smash them down now. This is how I do it. That would be my husband, because I'm making Salisbury steak. One of the things he really likes. Just smash them down, make them flat. Try to make them all the same thickness, so that way you can pretty much get them all to cook at the same time. They got a good, you want that crunchiness on it, the initial cook. Now, once I get these like that on both sides, and I mean crunchiness, I'm sure you can see it. I'm speaking of this. That's the crunchiness. Get it crunchy on both sides. Then we'll pull it. They will not be done. But I'm going to pull it so that way I can do my gravy. And then I finish letting it cook in my gravy. Alright, you should be ready to go ahead and pull it up right now. You want it to at least get the outside somewhat cooked. You want to have a good solidness to the outside of it. You don't want it to completely cook. Bradley, please stop. Once I get to a point where it's pretty much a good crust on it, a good crunchy crust on it, then I pull them. See, that one's getting too done. That one's a little bit smaller. Medium size ones might take a little bit. And then we're going to flip it over.
Look. Tell me look.
No, I can't.
You made it wrong.
Okay, go sit down.
When I picked up one chip, I picked it up all.
Okay, very good.
Come here.
Brent, I cannot. Please stop. That's my grandson. Thinks everything's an emergency when it's happening. Okay, that is rather funny.
No, it's not. I want to eat mine.
All right, well, go sit it down. I got dinner cooking right now. Then I'll start pulling them up. I'm gonna leave the big one in there for a little bit, let that cook up some. I'm gonna drain some of this grease because I just don't want a lot of grease in my gravy. And what's left for the cooking is going to put some grease in my gravy. So I don't want a lot of grease in my gravy. Then don't eat them and stop it.
Why
Go
is the
sit
cheese
down.
like that?
Brantley, go sit down. I need those.
Look at that. Why is the cheese like that?
It's over nuked. That's why. Brent.
It's over
Oh my God.